Hey Aquarius, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your love and career reading for May. So we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with career, moving on to love, and make sure to stick around to the very end. That's when I get advice for you. If you would like for me to send you my good energy, my prayers, say hi in the comment section, even if it's a little emoji, and I can shoot it out there to you. And I encourage everybody else to join in. I'm sealing this area with good energy. I'm sealing it with my word. Nothing bad can get in. It'll just sift out like sand if it tries. I'll also delete anything in the comment section that is negative. All right, you guys. So starting with career, we're gonna take the temperature real quick. So where are we at in career for our Aquarius? We're only going to take the cards that volunteer themselves. Sun card, something might be raining on your parade a little bit. So it doesn't look like it's too bad, but it just looks like you are very aware of maybe your inner world right now. Maybe something's gone on at work that just felt like a little bit of a cloud going right over the sun. And it's not too bad or anything. I think you're just kind of trying to let go of some old thinking, some old negative thinking. Maybe something got triggered, but that's what's going on. So tell us more. What can Aquarius expect in work for May? What do they need to know? Okay, Page of Swords. So this is fresh thinking. You're going to actually be very successful right now. You're trying to kind of get out of that old stuck thought. And you are kind of cluing into your intuition a little bit more. You're definitely getting more aware of maybe your inner dialogue, because the sun in reverse, you know, it's never a bad card. Even when it comes out in reverse, the sun is still a bright, beautiful sun shining over your reading, but it's in reverse. Let's not ignore that. So it's just feeling a little unclear. Like, is this a cloud? Is this a storm coming in, or is it just a cloud? You know, it's kind of in that in-between place. So I would say that when you look at that type of thinking, it feels like you are looking at a very high wall, and you do have a choice. You can change your thinking, right? And if there's anything Aquarians are fantastic at, it's one, changing their thinking, changing their mind, looking outside the box, and two, thinking. You guys are cerebral as hell, but you can like take a step. You can like take thinking and you can make it spiritual. You know what I mean? You guys are natural manifestors. You're natural inventors of the zodiac. So you're going to invent some new thinking for yourself, because looking up at that wall is bullshit. You're not going to do it. No way. You're not going to go back there. All right? Because it's going to overburden you. You're going to collapse under that pressure. It's no good. So what's going to happen is you're going to take bold action with the Knight of Wands. This is somebody coming forward bravely and taking action. Now, whether that's a conversation you need to have, whether that's literally doing something, if that's putting on a power necklace or your power suit, you know, whatever it is, it's going to be, the thinking is going to be partnered by action, you know, to kick yourself into a new, fresh mode of thinking. You are, let's see how many times I say the word thinking, right? But in order to kick that into action, you literally need to do something. And because you put too much time and too much effort into whatever this is, you know, this project or this job, this career, you care about it. But in order to move forward and not collapse under pressure, not get burnt out, fresh thought. I used a different word. All right, so we're going to get some advice. Advice from Tarot for Aquarius and career for May 2023. Flipping but not flying. We got the Six of Rods. That's success. That's victory. And when they flip, I just look at them like footnotes. But I only read the ones that fly out, you know? So we have the Devil and we have the Hierophant. These are two major arcana, big messengers, okay? So sometimes what we think is the right way, that saying done by the book, do it by the book, sometimes what we think is the right way is actually a pattern. It's like it creates a behavior of some sort, or it creates a pattern that doesn't serve us. Let's just find out a little bit more about that, because I feel like I can put that in better terms. Okay, thank you. 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, that's awesome. Well, what about this Hierophant? I need to know about this Hierophant. So this 10 of Pentacles is like, okay, you're going to be... Just bear with me, you guys. Devil, what's this Devil? Okay, so I feel like the cards are kind of calling you out a little bit, and they're saying leaving the situation is not going to make you happier. And there might be an old pattern of like just trying to leave the situation. That in this case, carrying it through, not evading it, carrying it through, doing it by the book. See, I needed to unpack that. 7 of Pentacles, or 6 of Pentacles, even better. So I'm flipping but not flying. 2 of Pentacles. What this kind of looks like, let me give you a scenario. Let's say you can't stand this little cloud that's moving across the sky and kind of blocking out some of the sun. And for the fear that it's actually a storm coming, I got to speak in metaphors, sorry. You have the tendency, or you have the yearning to maybe just evade it or avoid it or walk away from it somehow. And in this case, actually sticking by it, but you can fall back on even like an HR approach, like by the book. You can fall back on a tried and true method apart from yourself and your own emotions to move forward. And that is going to take you, it's going to stop being so personal, because there's almost this set of beliefs, or there's a system around dealing with this. All of your situations are different, so I have to speak really broadly. But this is the energy, and what that's going to turn into is something really beautiful. It's going to turn into the 10 of Pentacles. There's going to be this grace, you know, it's going to be received very well, when it could have probably just really took a turn. But instead of doing what you might be tempted to do, which is to kind of avoid it or leave it somehow, sticking by it and doing it, approaching it in a tried and true method, will remove it from being so personal to you. Because I guarantee you, Aquarius, you're not the only person that's been in that situation before. And sometimes we need to be told that, even though we know. We know this. We know that we're not the only human being that's ever experienced, you know, this situation. But we forget, because it's so close to us. And in fact, there could be people around you that have gone through that situation you didn't even know about. You know, people you might be able to talk to, or not. Okay, love. Love for Aquarius. Taking the temperature in love. Where are we at with you, Aquarius? Where are we at? Aquarians I'm speaking to, we have 9 of Wands. All right, so this is resilient, but battle weary, battle torn, kind of tired for whatever reason. So in love, there's been some disappointment. There's been maybe some grieving. These are the Aquarians I'm speaking to. All right, so what does Aquarius need to know in May in love? What do they need to know? What's going to serve them best? Okay, so we've got an individual here. I'm going to have a little coffee. We've got an individual here that might be a little off balance. We got the Devil card coming into play. They might be a little toxic, out of balance somehow, and for their own reasons. You know, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that they've got a reason for throwing them out of balance. But either way, I think that they can be a great partner to you when they're out of balance, when they're in balance. We have two people here. We've got the King of Wands in reverse, toxic, out of balance. We have the Queen of Wands, their divine counterpart, Two of Cups, divine counterpart. And they're doing okay, you know? These two people, when they're together and they are balanced and not toxic, are really powerful. They can start things, you know? They can be great hosts to parties. They can be they can be visionaries. They can start companies together. They can start homes and ideas and all that stuff. They got a lot of fire, a lot of potential. But I think that there is just some putting in a lot of work with very little reward. And that could be because one of these people is out of balance. And so it's like they're kind of sloppy. They're not totally present. All right, now we got the Knight of Cups. Who's this Knight of Cups? So we've got, somebody's got, and this could be the Queen of Wands. They're looking good and they're looking attractive, but they've got somebody else really kind of coming after them. So very goal-oriented. It could be communication. There could be travel involved. What else? What is this Eight of Wands about? But it's coming in fast. Anything? We've got flipping but not flying because they feel stuck. So it's almost like they've manifested it. Yeah. I think that there's just kind of an exhausting end of a chapter here. The Ten of Wands, carrying this burden, ready to set down this burden. So we've got this other individual that's coming out. Now, for some of you guys, this is actually the other person. Well, let me say it this way. For some of you guys, because for some of you, you guys identify with the King of Wands. Some of you guys identify with the Queen of Wands. This could be one of those individuals coming out of the woodwork with like, I got things to say, or let's take a trip. Let's, you know, but we're really, one of you guys is at the end of your rope. And I think it's been tiring. So advice from Tarot for our Aquarii. So love advice for the month of May. We've got the Sun. Woohoo! Yeah. We got the Queen of Rods. There she is again. And we've got the Tens coming out. So the end of something. So I think that this Queen of Rods, let me tell you who this is. This is somebody who is naturally an extrovert. They are naturally getting a lot of attention. When they're feeling their best, they're getting attention. They're moving forward. They're ambitious. They're motivated. And I feel like that's going to win out. Their human nature is going to win out. And because I think that their self-esteem is taking a nosedive in this dynamic of the relationship. And so if this is you, Aquarius, your inner nature is going to win out. It's going to actually be your ticket out of this situation that is very tiring. So simply by embracing your own nature, going out or, manifesting new ideas or, expanding in your work, whatever it is, that is actually going to be your meal ticket out, because it's going to drag you down otherwise. We've got Knight of Pentacles. Who's this Knight of Pentacles? I do feel like somebody here, probably you, Aquarius, is getting a lot of attention. And you may not take those offers. Yeah, you might be getting an offer. And this doesn't look like an offer that's necessarily going to change everything up, but it does kind of highlight that how powerful that inner nature is. It probably makes this Queen of Wands remember their own power and their own influence with others. It makes them kind of get their groove back a little. So that's what Tarot has to tell you today. I hope that was helpful. I'm sending you off with love and light. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.